sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790, 92.9 HD-FM here in Memphis. Of course, all you good folks in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. And that's in Brownsville. And Jackson, all you folks in Jackson, News Talk 101.5. Glad to have you. And this is, what is this Saturday? It's
the Daryl and Daryl Live Country Music Show.
No, this is the for a change, the Happy Birthday, the United States of America show.
It is.
That's right.
Yeah, we celebrated yesterday, and it's been all weekend. But they've been shooting fireworks here. I think for a month. You know, the fireworks people are making a fortune. Because
they set up in Millington.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they set up. My son was telling about you can't hardly get in the door at that, but with all the kids home and everything else. But yes, this is the July 5th, 5th of July. Hope everybody is going to have a safe holiday this weekend, which will be a long weekend with the 4th yesterday. But it is first Saturday, and basically that means that Gene Smith, the one with the deep voice.
I hate to correct you.
What?
But look at your calendar.
Let me look at my calendar here.
First Saturday. What's the first Saturday in July?
First Saturday in July is the 5th.
No. I'm looking at a calendar right here.
Is it the 4th? I am looking at the wrong calendar. Wow.
What year? What year? You last year?
Last year's calendar. Last year's calendar. Well, no wonder we didn't have no party yesterday. Okay.
Oh man, nobody showed up.
Nobody showed up. You know, I didn't grill out. I said I was going to grill out today. Well, I'll be okay. All right, in Radio Land. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Amen. Yeah.
Shelby's jumping up over here and telling me what. It is still first Saturday though. Okay, for July.
It's the first Saturday.
Yeah.
And as you said, this is one of the. I don't know if we've ever had a 4th of July holiday on the show. I guess we have in almost 19 years. But so all you folks out there, don't get messed up with me. I have enough trouble keeping up with myself. But it is for sure first Saturday, and that means Dave Gabbert and Gene Smith. They're not in the studio. It's still me and Shelby McCall holding down the fort, so to speak, here with all sorts of hand. Every room in this building's got a hand sanitizer thing, but this room, I think. And that's because this is the Grizzly room, and the Grizzlies aren't playing yet, so it's me and Shelby. But Dave is on assignment. Are you still at Natchez Trace, or are you home yet?
Yeah, we're taking a little staycation. We're camping up the road here at Natchez Trace, but I made for early this morning, I came back out where I do have good reception,
Yeah.
My place here.
Yeah.
I'm only about 30 minutes away, so.
Well, that's good. Well, I appreciate you.
I had to feed the dog anyway.
Had to feed the dog anyway. Well, Gene, did you fed the dog today?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Want to make sure, Gene. You know it is the 4th, right, Gene? So
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm just glad I'm straightened out here after all these years. But
Well, so much stuff going on. I'm surprised we even remember our names.
that is true. Well, Don, Gene, yeah,
Yeah.
I almost forgot your name right there. But going to have the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program on this July 4th. Have brought in Shelby and myself here at Intercom Radio Studio. And going to open it up with some fishing with Peanut Kwan. Talk a little West Tennessee tourism. We're going to hook up with Marty Marbury. I know these things have all changed for Marty, that's for sure, and she won't be able to dance into the room with us. And then if you've driven out to Walnut Grove heading east and looked over and saw Ketchum Lake right there on the Agri Center property, you know that people have been everywhere around that lake. And we're going to We're going to talk to John Butler. He is the president of Agri Center International, and talk about Ketchum Lake. And then, of course, the gray-bearded adventurer, Dale Sanders, he's getting ready to hike the Grand Canyon. And then also he's been playing host. I can't tell you how many people have paddled down the Mississippi or up the Mississippi, and Dale has let them spend the night with him and his wife, Miriam. And we're going to close out the show with a event that in the old days Dave would be there. Standing on top of the truck with his phone stuck way up in the air, or climbing a light pole, or wherever.
With one leg raised like a big flamingo.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That's pretty scary. But the big Sandy duck blind drawing and all those things, well, COVID-19 is again struck, and we're going to have the duck blind drawing. What's we're going to do it by? I can't remember. How are they doing it, David? They're going to draw. They're going to draw. But we're not going to have it at the facilities, right? And that's the way I understand it.
They won't. I really haven't seen if they updated from last year. You know, last year it was like you put in and computer draw.
Yeah.
And then you got notified, hey, you got a blind, but you don't know which blind you have.
So you it's not like you stand in line. The first one in line gets like the old days when.
Right, but then when they did have a drawing in person last year.
Yes.
But you had to put all your sign-ons and everything on the application that went in.
Yeah.
Used to be you got drawn, and then you could have as many sign-ons as you wanted to on the way up there.
Well, that's of course that's one of the biggest events in West Tennessee every year, and it just like all the other things. But anyway, Jamie Feddersen, state waterfowl biologist, has been good enough to come on the show later on in the last segment. We'll be talking to Jamie about waterfowl, and particularly about the new ruling that we'll talk about on, you can go to TWR, tnwildlife.org, tnwildlife.org, or you can go to lroutdoors.com and find out all the different information things. And somebody asked me about wanting to be a show sponsor for the show. You can go to lroutdoors.com, get all the information about it. We'd love to have some new sponsors as we roll into July, which is hard to believe.
It doesn't seem like it's July already.
Well, it's because of the COVID-19 has just thrown everything. It is still it's out there. I mean, it's impacted everything, and so we're going to talk some positive things today. That maybe talking about fishing and things along that line. But I know you guys, and I know Gene, particularly, it messed up his breakfast at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
I mean. So Gene has spent a lot of time at Shelby Forest, maybe Shelby Forest State Park out in that area, because a lot of people are getting out and about. So
yeah, a lot of them fishing, and a lot of the kids coming to the nature center.
A lot of the kids coming to nature center, mom and dad and grandpa, or whatever it might be, are bringing their kids out. And I've seen so many. I played golf the other day at Galloway, and I can't tell you how many parents and kids were on that golf course on Tuesday. There was just I saw one dad with his little boy sitting there with him. His little boy had a little bag. I saw another one with 3 kids playing golf out at Galloway. So I know that's brought out some new golfers, And Dave, this opportunity starting when we had free fishing weekend gives us a great opportunity to take a kid fishing, whatever it might be. You're at Natchez Trace, one of my favorite places. What do you like about Natchez Trace?
Well, number one, it's close to where I live. But no, Natchez Trace, if you fish, there's a total of 4 lakes you could go fish in.
Yeah,
But, Of course, the big one, the campground, the main campground is on Pin Oak Lake.
Pin Oak Lake, yes, yeah.
And it's one of the few Tennessee Department of Conservation State Park campground. Every site's got full hookups.
Full hookups, and it's one of the oldest, too. I mean, it's got a lot of history right there, Civil War history. You're not that far from Parker's Crossroads, as Dave was mentioning, not far from Lexington.
What was unique about the Battle of Parker's Crossroads?
What? Before we close out this segment, I want to know. What?
That was where Bedford Forrest.
Yes?
He had Union troops in front of him. He had Union troops in back of him. And what did he do? He split his troops and charged both ways. And it confused the Union troops so bad that he got away.
And you can learn that at Parker's Crossroads.
Yeah, you can learn that.
If you've never, there's no time many thousand cars go right past Parker's Crossroads and all the, Shiloh's great.
Yeah, it's a neat museum there.
Neat museum. Okay, we're going to take our first break. We're rolling now. Now that I got the date right, and I know it's July 4th, and I was getting so excited and all this kind of things, I thought I missed it. So it's still there. As many fireworks as I've been hearing. So let's take our first break. Gene Smith and Dave Gabbard are here in spirit. Shelby McCall is our show producer. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.